This video is sponsored by Black Desert Online. Black Desert Online's a sandbox-oriented fantasy MMORPG with a beautifully designed open world and crisp HD graphics. It features real-time action-based combat and an amazingly detailed character creation system with various diverse classes to choose from, each having unique skills and abilities. Shy, Black Desert Online's 18th class, is a unique addition to the popular MMORPG, as it's the first character that focuses on support abilities and life skills. Check out the link in the description for a 7-day trial if you'd like to try out the game. The much-awaited second season of One Punch Man's hit the airwaves and we just can't get enough of it. However, with the season coming to an end, some people ask the question, now what? Fear not, for our video today we'll be going over 10 shows that we recommend to people who like One Punch Man. These shows have different approaches in telling their story, but they all contain an element or two that people who follow Saitama's adventures can all appreciate. Let's get started. Let's kick off the list with our number 10 entry. Problem children are coming from another world, aren't they? Unexpectedly, we start off this list with an isekai show that existed years before the rest of its kin began taking over anime. Problem Children, in essence, is some sort of prototype of No Game No Life, a series where people are taken from the real world and dropped into a world full of games. Both this show and One Punch Man star a main protagonist who has immeasurable power. While the MC in the anime and Saitama have differences in personality and approach, the former being cocky while the latter generally leaning towards being bored and lazy, both are essentially overpowered characters that continue to seek stronger opponents. If you're into that type of character, light novel elements, and something similar to No Game No Life, this show could be to your liking. Tiger and Bunny makes its foothold on the 9th spot. A world where being a hero is a business and the heroes are ranked and evaluated based on performance? Are we talking about One Punch Man or Tiger and Bunny? Tiger and Bunny features a commercialized model of organizing and ranking superheroes as they're sponsored and treated like reality TV stars. When it comes down to it though, Tiger and Bunny may not have the same over-the-top action that One Punch Man has, but it more than makes up for it with showing us another, and in my opinion, more interesting side of the superhero as a career story. To Be Hero makes its way to number 8 on the list. One possible product of Opium's popularity is To Be Hero, a show featuring a perverted toilet seat designer who gains superpowers and becomes a hero. The catch? He's turned into an ugly fat ass who gets promptly thrown out of his home by his own daughter, who actually no longer recognizes him. Like One Punch Man, To Be Hero features comedy and has an over-the-top atmosphere, but in contrast, it's full of toilet humor and slapstick comedy. The crass humor might not be something that everyone enjoys, but if you get past that, one can enjoy To Be Hero for what it is, a fun parody of the superhero genre. Sweeping past the competition, haven't you heard I'm Sakamoto takes the number 7 spot on the list. Perhaps it's not just me who thought of One Punch Man upon first seeing this anime. Their primary genres are different, yet I find the two shows extremely similar due to their approach and their lead characters. While One Punch Man revolves around a superhero who's too strong for his own good, Haven't You Heard I'm Sakamoto is a comedy about a character who has no shortage of coolness, good looks, intelligence, sophistication, swag, you name it. No matter how much the other envious boys in school plot and scheme, nothing seems to unnerve Sakamoto. He always foils their plans and continues to breeze through high school life with his signature flawless flair. Both shows might be a long way from each other in terms of the main genre, but the overarching themes of a flawless lead hilariously overcoming everything with ease is there. I'm sure that those who enjoyed One Punch Man for showcasing an overly powerful hero would enjoy watching the magnificent Sakamoto. Assassination Classroom is number 6 on the list. I take it you may have seen the picture of a smiling yellow tentacle monster somewhere before. The said monster, called Koro-sensei, starts off destroying part of the moon in Assassination Classroom. He then threatens the Earth, and it's up to the students of Class 3E to stop him. How, you might ask? By assassinating him within 1 year. Of course, such a task's not easy for students, not if you have to deal with a homeroom teacher who has accelerated regeneration, super speed, and a plethora of superpowers. Assassination classrooms just like One Punch Man in the sense that they both have powerful characters who are hell-bent on finding someone who can match their prowess. Kono-sensei's ever-developing relationship with his students is a joy to watch. He teaches not only academics, but also life lessons to the point that at times you forget that this likable teacher is the one who's responsible for the end of the world as we know it. The series is brimming with a good dose of action, comedy, and drama. It may not be about superheroes fighting the forces of evil, but fans of One Punch Man will like this show a lot. Overlord takes the 5th spot on the list. At first glance, it's not too difficult to see why the tale of Yggdrasil's powerful dark wizard who seeks to take over the world would end up on the list of recommendations for people who love One Punch Man. Despite carrying completely different aesthetics and overall tone, Overlord has one major thing in common with One Punch Man: the presence of an overwhelmingly strong protagonist who's completely unstoppable. The main difference is that One Punch Man has predominantly comedic elements while Overlord is more story-driven. Ainz is also more serious compared to Saitama and has a completely different moral compass. If you enjoyed One Punch Man, Overlord just might have the elements that you fancy while delivering a tale in a different manner and style. Don't let the drastic differences in tone and aesthetic dissuade you, One Punch Man fans. Overlord's a series you don't want to miss. Sitting at 4th place is The Disastrous Life of Saiki K. For most people, power is a blessing that anyone would die for. That's not the case though for Saiki. He finds the various assortment of powers nothing more than a bother. Not only that, his powers attract attention, giving him great difficulty in getting the quiet and peaceful life that he oh so desires. Both The Disastrous Life of Saiki K and One Punch Man deal with the idea of power as a curse. It's a bothersome thing that only serves to complicate one's life and render all exciting challenges irrelevant. If you want a show that's as funny as One Punch Man and focuses on the downside of having power, The Disastrous Life of Saiki K may be your cup of tea. It might not have as much action as One Punch Man, but the show will still leave you in stitches with its comedy. We begin the top 3 on our list with My Hero Academia. Now, I feel that My Hero Academia is the one show that has reached the status that its Shounen Jump forerunners had in the mid-2000s. Most people probably don't need an in-depth introduction to Deku's story, but there's no way that this amazing show should miss the list of recommendations for people who enjoyed One Punch Man. The action's there, the world where being a superhero is a profession's there, the hero associations are there, the colourful cast of characters are there, so what else could you ask for? One Punch Man does have a protagonist that starts out strong, but My Hero Academia is probably your best bet for something similar with a classic shonen backdrop. If you want to try a superhero series where the protagonist aims to overcome challenges in order to become the world's greatest hero, feel free to start your journey into the world of My Hero Academia. Trust me, it's going to be one hell of a roller coaster ride. Number 2 on the list is none other than Gintama. Who could forget the gold standard for shonen comedy, Gintama, eh? Gintama's a series that's carved its own reputation of being a shonen series that can quickly whiplash from serious to hilarious. It also has a cast of quirky characters that look at home in the story that the series is trying to tell. Then, past the abundance of comedic parodies in Gintama, lie serious arcs that tell epic stories. I'm sure that fans of One Punch Man can appreciate such a storytelling method. Catching up to Gintama is a gargantuan task, but don't let it discourage you from trying it out if you haven't done so, because it's well worth the time. What else did you expect at number 1? Of course, we have Mob Psycho 100 as the number 1 show on our list. If you like One Punch Man, then by all means you'll probably enjoy the anime adaptation of One's other web manga. The series that revolves around Mob and his mission of exorcising evil spirits has garnered popularity since its introduction and has spawned a sequel that recently concluded. As expected, Mob Psycho and One Punch Man share a similar aesthetic. Both have absurd, over-the-top action, a bored and overpowered lead character, and comedy. Even the lead's relationship to other characters on one show can be considered foils to the ones from the other show. It's no surprise that people have been calling Mob Psycho One Punch Man with ghosts. On an interesting note, the two shows have also done their fair share of cross-referencing each other as well. While the two universes aren't actually connected, One Punch Man and Mob Psycho are probably as close to one another as two shows could possibly be. If you enjoy one, then I guarantee that you'll definitely enjoy the other.
僕は最低だ。
So what do you think of this list then? For those who want to help fellow One Punch Man fans out, feel free to either chime in about your favorite show on the list or something else that you recommend. Don't forget to check out our sponsor's game, Black Desert Online. I'll leave the link in the description. I'll see you next time on ViniiTube.